Welcome back, True Seeker. Monday, January 8th, 2024. Big news in the sports world. Tiger Woods and Nike ending their 27-year relationship and doing it January 8th, just before Nike's upcoming birthday. They'll turn 60 later this month as a company. And in light of him being a golf icon, just take a moment to think about the date this relationship ends. 1 8, 9 days after Tiger Woods' birthday. Of course, if you ever played golf, there's 18 holes that are usually divided into the back nine and the front nine. More often than not, you'll play the front nine before you play the back nine, but it just depends on how busy the course is. So, with regards to those numbers, let's also think about the legacy of Tiger Woods. If you're a younger person, you might not remember this, but when Tiger Woods was coming on the scene, he was breaking racial barriers. There were courses still at the time that didn't allow darker complected people to play on them. Golf, a long history of racism, if you will. Whites only on the course. So Tiger Woods, in the early part of his career, it was just always a huge focus. Tiger and race and history. And I want to talk about this partnership ending on this day in light of the history of race, and then also why Biden was making his remarks today about race, and why it's no accident that both of these things are happening in the world at the same time. Of course, Biden was vice president with Obama, the nation's first black president. And again, just so many headlines over the years about Tiger Woods and race. When Tiger first won the Masters in 97, that was the 61st Masters. And remember, 61 is the 18th prime number. Kind of like how today can be written 1/8, the first month, 8th day. If you're new here, Gematria, the Kabbalistic practice of coding numbers into words. There are 4 base ciphers. And notice how the word race equates in the 4 base ciphers. With the most simple cipher, the alphabetic order. R is the 18th letter. A is the first. C is the third. E is the fifth. You add it together, race equates to 27. Tiger and Nike ending the relationship after 27 years. If you apply numerology, race equates to 18. The difference is R is the 18th letter, but you take the numerology of 18, which becomes 1 plus 8 is 9. So R is 9 instead of 18. A is still 1, C is still 3, E is still 5. You add it together. 9 plus 1 plus 3 plus 5 is 18. Again, here we are on 1/8. Again, Tiger's first win at the Masters, the 61st, which was the 18th prime number. Today's date can be written 1/8 or 8/1. When you run the alphabetic order in reverse, Z is 1 back to A is 26, race equates to 81. Who remembers this headline from a handful of years back? Obama, who broke the racial barrier with the White House, endorsing 81 candidates on the date August 1st, date that can be written 8/1 or 1/8. Right now, President Biden is 81 years old. Hailing from Scranton on the 81st parallel, again making his remarks about race today in South Carolina, where the Civil War once broke out, a big theme right now. Not an accident. Again, that's what we're talking about. You learn this cabal code, you see what the cabal controls, from your puppet politicians to your favorite sports stars. But race also equates to 27 when you run the alphabetic order in reverse with numerology. So 27 years on the date 1/8 or 8/1. I mean, it couldn't be a more obvious ritual. The other thing that's noteworthy is his relationship is ending with Nike, and Nike's symbol is a ring of Saturn, and Saturn's return begins after 27 years. So think about how fitting that is. Of course, in Gematria, the word ritual equals 27 and 81. It actually equals 81 forwards and backwards. Ritual also equates to 45, which is the 9th triangular number, going with today being 9 days after Tiger Woods' latest birthday on December 30th. Remember, he shares that same birthday with LeBron and Tyrese, the only day in the year where you can add the day and the month, 12 plus 30, which equals 42. like Jackie, like slavery, like the N-word, like February, like Martin, like Malcolm X, and a long list that goes with black history, like Muhammad Ali, and so many more. Like LeBron James, and again, so many more. But yeah, what an obvious ritual. Ritual 2781, like race, Tiger's legacy. And again, Nike's upcoming birthday, the company's 59 years old, about to turn 60. As we know, the word Negro's 59, like slave, like Rasta, like blues, like renegade, which the last word was Obama's Secret Service name. Like Motown came out in 59, like Black History Month ends on the 59th day of the year. And with regards to turning 60, the N word equals 60. So go figure. From today to Nike's upcoming birthday, January 25th, that's a total span of 18 days as well. 17 days later, or a total span of 18 days. And just to remember Tiger Woods' last major win at the Masters, if you guys are not aware, out of the last 5 Masters, we've called the winner of 4 out of the last 5, including the year Tiger won his last one, from the start of the tournament. Pretty hard thing to do when there's, about 100 golfers in each one of these things. But 4 out of the last 5 we've nailed. Over the years, we've nailed many of things in golf because, yes, it is rigged and scripted. And people will get mad over the years and say, it's impossible to rig golf. Totally false. All you have to do is make sure the guy who's meant to win has the best stroke count. And one of the easiest calls ever in all of our golf predictions was Tiger's last win. They call the thing the Masters, and the Master numbers were just so obvious. Look at the breaking then. The golfer has won the Masters for the 5th time, his first major title in 11 years, and first Masters win since 2005. 11 and 22 are the master numbers. 11 is the 5th prime number. But Tiger won that major title, again, his first in 11 years, and 22 years after his first Masters in 97. So 11 and 22 were right in that thing. And that's right, we were just 1,000,000% confident. A lot of people, won really big on that prediction. And sadly, back then, we used to get a lot more views. I don't know, the censorship has killed us, but we woke up a lot of people up with that Tiger Woods Masters win that year. This past year, you had the Spaniard winning, and every time the Masters has been on that date since, what's his name? Seve Ballesteros, the Spaniard. I want to say the Masters concluded either on his birthday or his death anniversary. It was one of the two. But a Spaniard's won every year since he passed. It's so ritualistic, you guys. And that's why it's a numbers game. And if you just learn to pay attention to the numbers, you'll see how rigged the game is. For people who are new here, Tiger Woods, his name equals 54. And you might recall the supposed car crash where you just never saw any proof of his car crash. See how Tiger Woods is 54 forwards and backwards? Go back and look. The wreck was on February 23rd, the 54th day of the year in Black History Month. And again, just no proof anywhere that there was any wreck at all, but a whole bunch of number rituals in that. And the thing about 54 is who runs the world of sports and who's responsible for this code is the Jesuits, whose color code is red and black. And you think about how Tiger always wore red and black on Sunday. Again, the word Jesuit, the word Sunday. Look at the overlap. 84, 21, 78 in the headlines right now. Big football star from Germany, dead at age 78 on a Sunday. We've seen it a number of times before. John Thompson, the first black coach to win a college basketball championship with Jesuit Georgetown, did it in 84 and then died at 78 on a Sunday. And you see how Sunday and Jesuit are 21? You consider the first Jesuit pope is born on Saturnalia. And just notice how Nike, Saturn, Sunday, Jesuit, they're all 21, right? 21's the 6th triangular number. Saturn's the 6th planet. Nike's symbol is a ring of Saturn, which again begins its return after 27 years as Tiger loses his contract with Nike after 27 years. And, I mean, they've done a lot of shaming with Tiger as well. Right when he was about to break every record in golf at the top of his game, he got destroyed with shaming in the media and the affair and people going, oh, what's wrong with this guy, man? He's like sleeping around with busted women. And you go back and look, the one scandal that like ruined his name and took him off his game, and then he couldn't win any golf for a while. Go back and look. They were showing you in the news the text messages between him and the woman and telling her to come meet him in hotel room number 201. Yeah, if you forgot that, go back and look it up. You'll see that's exactly what it was. And of course, 201 is similar to 21, and huge number with the Jesuits. It's why Pope Francis, the first Jesuit pope born on Saturnalia, is the first also to live in Suite 201 at the Vatican. It's also why Messi, the Messiah, was winning the Rigged World Cup, the first for Argentina since 86, the day after the Pope's 86th birthday when he's from Argentina, and they'd tell you he was staying separate from the team in hotel room 201. And go back and look at that story. When they put out that story, you can see that Messi's at the door, and you can see in the background there's somebody in the bed, but you can only see their legs and their feet. You can see their hairy legs. So they're like, oh, what are they trying to tell you about Messi the Messiah? What's going on in room 201? But, yeah, these things aren't an accident, you guys. It's Jesuit tactics. So I'm sure Tiger will do all right, though. He's got millions upon millions of dollars many times over. And there's also been some other stories connected to him. He's got that restaurant out in Jupiter, Florida, and around the time that he won that Masters, there was a suspicious death from a patron of the restaurant. A lot of stories we covered about Tiger over the years. So, but yeah, he broke all the racial barriers, and then in a way he got shamed. Prying into the private life took him from topping all the leaderboards. And of course, he's still got plenty of years to play golf. So it remains to be seen if he'll ever overcome every record. But he surely would have done it had the narrative not flipped on him over a decade ago as it did. And, when that all started, I didn't even know what Gematria was. I wasn't onto it yet, so would have been interesting paying attention to that stuff in real time back then. But I didn't learn about this until 2013, so. Anyhow, shout out to Steven33, new member. Thank you, Steven. And shout out to Mike Rawson, member for 7 months. Jordan's shoes sold for $10 million today, huh? And now you got Michigan versus Washington, both teams that'll be in the Big Ten next year. And they got this all synced up with Brady, who wore 10 at Michigan. Yeah. 10 days after the state of Texas's birthday, where the championship is. I just put up a short video if you guys missed it on the Fort Worth explosion. In case you guys missed that, just to quickly recap what just happened with the explosion in Fort Worth. On Houston Street, again, the college championships in Houston, Texas. Fort Worth, if you're not familiar, is also in Texas, next to Dallas. But, again, big number in football is 53. Today's championship happens to fall on 53 date numerology. Fort Worth has the Gematria 53. And the full name of the hotel that exploded is the Sandman Signature Fort Worth Downtown Hotel, which equals 178, going with the fact that Texas just turned 178 years old. And also, for the record, Kabbalah equals 178, because it is the Kabbalah code. So, anyhow, keep it short and sweet, you guys. Thank you to everyone who hits the like and the share. Thank you to everyone who supports the work. For all the people asking if I'm going to be down for the Kobe statue, out for the Super Bowl, it's not looking so great at the moment. Again, I'm not going to be able to win Sweet Lady over in terms of the idea, since in the time that I've been traveling all over, she said, look, it hasn't done anything. It hasn't grown the work. You got less views than ever. You got less support than ever. So, yeah, again, I hate to say that that's the case, but to keep the domestic life here right, I got to two battles. It's like I got to fight the tyrants, but I also got to keep Sweet Lady on board. So if we can get a mass surge of support, There's a month to do it. It's literally a month from today that they put up that Kobe statue. And I very much would like to be there. So I won't say it's not going to happen, but going to have to see some support flow in. So we'll see what happens. All right, Truth Seeker, we'll leave it there. And until next time.